Does natural wine give you a hangover? But it also stems down to the lack of shite that's added into the wine that we're choosing to drink and consume and spend our money. Welcome back to the channel. I'm appreciating the love and support this far, the few subscribers that are flowing in. I'm having fun with this, you know what I mean? There's going to be different videos next coming weeks and months is frequently asked questions in the natural wine industry. The first big one, as you might be wondering already, does natural wine give you a hangover? You know, so many people ask me this all the time, and it's a fairly valid question in the sense of, you know, the natural wine industry and myself, we promote the lack of additives and how, you know, beneficial for the planet and the soil drinking and supporting natural wine is. So to wonder, does it give you a hangover after drinking it, is pretty valid and, like, you know, a decent question, that's for sure. And in my personal experiences with drinking natural wine, I have to say, like, I haven't had as many hangovers and they haven't been as brutal as, let's say, a night on the vodka and Red Bulls or the pints of cider and lager and all the rest of it, and Guinness, what we all love to drink as well when we're in the pub. But, like, let's not beat around the bush here. To get straight to the point, does drinking natural wine give you a hangover? Yes, but it depends on the circumstances, the experience that you were drinking the wine in, how much of it you drank. But, like, at the end of the day, natural wine is still alcohol, which means that if you drink a certain amount of it, and especially depending on what your limits are when it comes to alcohol, you will get a hangover the next day. A hangover is essentially the early signs of alcohol poisoning, you know what I mean? So, like, it definitely does depend on how much you're consuming. But on a side note, the lack of additives in natural wine, or the zero additives in 0.0 wines, which, you know, some winemakers do favour, like your Lamedias out there and a few others. There's no denying that the hangover the next day is definitely a lot less intense, in my opinion anyway. And that could be for a variety of reasons, but the main reason is that there's no chemicals, there's no foreign substances in the mix of this wine. So you're automatically going to feel a lot better the next day. It might be less intense, your hangover. There's no added sugars either. So, you know, you should be pretty sound the next day. Like I said at the start of the video, I've had many big fucking bust-ups with the natural wine. Whether it's at a winery doing a harvest where, you know, you work hard, you play hard, and many, many bottles are consumed. Or if I'm having a dinner party here at the house, or even if I fancy spending a few quid and drinking at a wine bar. On all honesty, the hangover is not too bad at all. It's about what you're consuming and your consumption amount the night before. And don't get me wrong, like, again, I've had hangovers after drinking natural wine, like just drinking natural wine on a bust up the night before, and, like, you will feel a little bit groggy and, like, maybe your voice might not be there too well if you're just chatting shy all night like I tend to do when I'm out drinking. But yeah, it's a fact that my hangovers after drinking natural wine are so less intense, and, like, you know, I don't feel like fucking death the next day after drinking natural wine, even if it's 10, 12, fucking 15 bottles that I'm sharing with a couple of mates. You know, like, I was just even in Paris there in November for my birthday with 3 of the boys, and it was a specifically eating and drinking holiday with a focus on natural wine, which you might have already seen in some of my previous videos, and I'll start resharing them as well here on the YouTube channel so you know what I'm chatting about. But we drank a lot of wine from, you know, early doors, 12 in the afternoon until the night is over, 1, 2 in the morning, whatever it may be. With a lot of rich foods in between as well, you know. Francia's love your dairy products. Super rich with the buttery items, the buttery dishes, the pastries, like, you know, it's an orgasmic situation when you're over in Paris, don't get me wrong. And we drank a fucking lot of wine every day we were over there. And I have to say, like, the following day, we'd be up and fresh out of bed, no bother to you at all. And you know, maybe that's why you might pay an extra few quid on top for a bottle of natural wine, to avoid the hangover or an intense hangover the next day. I don't know, like, we've all been in a horrible state on a Sunday morning. In that current moment, I'd definitely be willing to spend a tiny bit more the night before on my big session, with the result of not being so horribly hungover on the couch on the Sunday morning. No doubt about it. But yeah, this is a frequently asked question that I am constantly asked on the Natural Swill channel, whether it's here on YouTube or in Instagram. It's one of the biggest search terms on Google as well. When you type in natural wine, most likely the following words that come up after it is, does it give you a hangover? So a lot of people are curious about it, and I just felt the need to address it here on the channel. Every week or two, I'm gonna start, you know, chatting and addressing frequently asked questions to do with the natural wine industry, and also who I am as a person and what I've experienced. And hopefully it provides a little bit of benefit to you, the beautiful viewers who are supporting me here on the channel. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. I love yous, I'll leave yous. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not already, because that'd just be snide if you're watching this and you're not subscribing. And if you want to do me the extra favour even more so, hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think, get involved with the conversation. Let's chat about this, because it's not a closed conversation in the slightest. And yeah, peace, love, enjoy your weekends or your week, whatever day of the week it is you're watching this.